Welcome back, Aquarius. We are here to do your May 2023. Now we're going to incorporate the aspects of what's going on astrologically in the cosmos and the psychic energy as well as the tarot. Now I am going to pull a crystal card for you guys. And really my aim through these readings was really tuning into it. And I was thinking, okay, you know, each reader has their own unique way. And I think really the theme that's coming through at the moment is wanting you guys to get the best out of the potential of what you can get in your life. And yes, we are covering love, but really tuning into, with Aries and Chiron, how we can manage our wounds, how we can get the best out of our situations, what's coming up of a sense of the unseen and how we can deal with that and how to get the best out of the month. Now, we do have a lot of retrogrades this month, which again, it doesn't mean that we don't have forward movement. It more means old situations on top of new situations will be coming. Now, with the retrograde, with Venus retrograding in Gemini, some people have been having questions about it and some are very concerned, like if my ex comes back, what do I do? It's not a bad thing. It's always for a reason. It is quite natural, especially during a Mercury retrograde, and Gemini is orientated by Mercury. So yes, themes of the past can come back. Your caution really is linking into your third house. Now, you guys would be great public speakers. You would definitely be great at speaking your truth. It can be quite to the point stern and very firm about how you feel about things. And really, because we do have Saturn literally retrograding in your Zodiac sign, I knew he was going to call. We're just going to let the telephone ring. I didn't put it on silent. With the first house placement, you guys are going to feel a little bit more yourselves, but I do feel you might be shocking some people around you. But, you know, that's the beauty of your Zodiac sign. You're very unique and ornate in your own beauty. You're really a trendsetter. You're very spiritually interconnected, but your 12th house has been really knocking you for 6, and that's because Capricorn has been in your 12th house. So, you know, your home domain might have been a sense of conflict for you. You might have also found from where you work from or what you were studying in, you know, those areas potentially could be coming up. And, you know, many energies of the younger generation as well might have been going through these shifts and changes and felt very stuck, very oddly in their own energy. And this energy is about to change for you guys. So pertaining to you yourself, you're changing. You're coming back home to yourself. You're looking at new ways of being yourself. You are going to be a trendsetter. You may actually look at wider groups in the collective and have some great themes and ideas. This can also relate into what you're wanting to build. Now, with the 4th house energy, it is Taurus, and again, what's going on in that area is changes. So when I say that, you'll find that will happen more around August, but any square aspects of where you're trying to actually build something, level up, change career, the fine-tuning of this is going to be happening during the retrograde cycle, and we're shifting nodes. Your career sector and the growth, where your ability comes from, is in your 11th house. So you may be also during this time assessing your money, assessing what you're doing in your career field, who your friends are, you know, who you're directly linking in with, and what trends are. So it's a great time for your study. Don't ever feel that, you know, if you're behind and you're delayed, or if you've been, again, locked down, that you're getting behind. This is a perfect planning time, and, you know, changing sort of whatever you're absorbing at the moment is going to be so beneficial for you guys moving forward. And I really think the year 2020 is going to be great for you guys. But again, it's similar to a Saturn return. Some of you will receive that energy 1 to 2 years prior. You'll slightly get that frequency. But you energetically will be changing, but it's there for a reason. It's the new version of you. Now, Juno in Libra is in your travel house. So it's in your spiritual house, it's in your travel house, and it's healthy that Gemini happens to be retrograding in Venus. The reason I say that is because to balance the 9th house, you know, we need to utilize the communication house. So, you know, speaking your truth, speaking about things of the past, being able to articulate it and be your unique self, it's going to be deeply important that you do that. And so try and find the safe zone where you can be uniquely yourself and you can express some of these ideas, but place it into healthy energies, because you do happen to have Aries in the psychology house, so to speak, of communication. So pay attention to the things you're thinking. Pay attention to things that are coming up in the wider group, because you may actually hit the nail on the head with situations. You're going to require your partner to be very strong. You directly are attracted to very strong individuals. Initially, in your younger years, you may find you attract the polar opposite. Hi, Divine Feminine. So with the polar opposite of what you may have had, sometimes it takes times for their energies to actually build up. But in the house that you have the demeanor and the, especially in a spiritual connection, I'll give you an example. You have Leo in your 7th house, which means initially you may not attract very strong people. You may end up being the strong one. It's very, how do I place it? It's very sun energy. It's also the strength. It's also in a twin flame relationship. You may end up being what you need your partner to be, and it's where you balance out, lots of wine. It's where you balance out and you realise, what self-worth is. That's when you will directly attract that vibration. So it's about alignment. But there can be some things coming up in that area for you. And I'm feeling really with the transformation of where you're wanting to go, how you're going to be. I do feel a lot of this is going to come full 360 by the end of the month. Let me look where Juno is for you. I did write it down. Let me look. Juno. Some of you are wanting to move. Now, all these hopes and dreams, I did pull a card while I was off. Had a cup of tea, had my lunch, because we're powering through this day. It's amazing how long these things take, but nevertheless, you got Warrior of the Heart. You might be holding things on your chest. You might be holding things close or holding them near and dear, and maybe holding some things that you really shouldn't be holding on to. These things are going to be coming up, and there could be some real huge targets that you're wanting to achieve. It's going to take a little bit of time. Yeah, can't make it up. Great. Heart chakra. Your heart's desires are possible. Where's Pisces for you? Let's look at that. Now, we did move through a lot of Pisces energy, and we are going to be having Mars in Pisces on the 13th of May. Now, this is very much where your dream state, your dream states are coming from. And during this process of the retrograde, it's a healthy time to maybe think about what those things are and, make the steps. It can be jotting down what you'd need to do. It can be looking at, okay, if I want that dream, what steps would I directly need to take in order for that to become a success? And it's all the little baby steps you take, which will still directly take you to your goal, especially when it pertains to linking in. You've got it in your 2nd house, and it's about you networking. And because you are the zodiac sign of Aquarius, and you tap into the wider theme of groups and things to that degree, network and spread, wide. So depending on what you are doing, whether you are or aren't working, networking at this point and looking at the future tense energy is going to help you. Be it you fine-tuning your resume, maybe shifting courses and looking at things that you want to do. It's a perfect time to deal with it. Now, some of these dreams are going to be meditated upon, but you need to put the action behind it in order to get the best out of this. Okay, again, what are you carrying, Aquarius? Look, Warrior of the Heart, 10 of Swords, Heart Chakra. You got something on your chest. Now, some of you, I'm going to pull 2 cards, one for singles, one for couples. Some of you, especially with the Venus placement, a sword, yeah, couples. Okay. I don't know why I look at this card, I always think Gemini. Maybe it's the 2 energies on it. Anywho. Okay, you need to be... Okay, some of you have been very hurt. Heart chakra, Warrior of the Heart, 10 of Wands. You may be thinking you need to be rational. Now, the funny thing is, lovers are not rational. It's just not, I'll just be honest. It's not rational. It doesn't make sense. It's a vibration. It's a feeling. I'm also hearing, how does something that feels so good hurt so bad? It might be a song. Could be. You've got this oxymoron energy coming up that you're like, why do I care? Why don't I? It's attached, detached, attached, detached. This could be something that occurred that has put you in this state. Now with this, whatever you're losing, whatever's going, it's what universe intends for you is going to be so much bigger. Now this is general energy, and this can be from where you came to where you're going. Those of you connected in a coupledom, I feel you guys take responsibility very seriously. Let's find your general energy. Let's bounce back and see the bigger picture of what is surrounding all of this. What I am seeing is the way you're coming to the table this month. You need to get out of your head, okay? Because you're coming from a place of head over heart. Because in the past, potentially, you may have been very judgmental towards yourself or another energy, and you just don't want to make the same mistake. And it's also like you're taking more responsibility than the other energy, and you may be owning it when it's not your fault. And it's not that it's who's right, who's wrong, whose fault it is. It just blocks manifestation. It blocks the movement forward. A lot of us at the moment are really coming to terms with out with the old, in with the new. How's May looking? I think, in a sense, what I'm seeing is a theme coming through. It's almost like it feels like the beginning of the new year, but it's the leveling up prepared for 2021. And the reason I say that is we're having the nodes shift. We're also having the return of Saturn visiting Aquarius, which is going to occur again in 2021 more so heavily. Which is going to lighten our energy, and it's wider group energy, it's new trends coming through, it's spiritual energy. This is clearing out the closet and is dumping spiritual junk. And I just think it's so funny. We've got so much Mars energy, and we do have Aries and Chiron for 8 years. So it makes so much that sense that we're having so much of this energy in Aries. You know, really showing our true colors, taking the mask off, putting the mask back on. Working out who we are and why we're blocking our energy in. And I really think even the hermit mode energy a lot of us have been experiencing, it's there, the art of appreciation. It's there to show you where you've been wasting time. It's almost Pluto retrograde energy. It's like, have you seen what isn't working? Where we're moving career sectors, industries are going to be changing. Saturn and Aquarius is going to be showing this. Holding on to everything that is so symbolic of yesteryears. There's benefits of lessons to bring that energy forward, but there's also the ignorance that, I can't say ignorance, fear-based frequency that the way everything has always been is the only safe way. And whenever we have transformation, it doesn't feel comfortable. And our ego believes that, oh my gosh, you know, this is going to be terrible. But we adjust nevertheless, and we continue on to find the new norm. And I really feel this is coming through for Aquarius as well. The mind is stuck. It's being shown to you. You're carrying this on your back, in your heart, in your auric field. Something's playing up. You could see the collective energy. You might be empathically tapping into it. You're letting go. You're letting go of these energies. And I do feel with Saturn and Aquarius, I feel it'll really, energetically plateau out. In the heart, you are being too critical towards yourself. And again, I just feel whoever's let you down, and I do feel it's a letdown energy. Somebody's let you down. Now, this might have been in the long distant past, and this person comes back. It's in various areas. I'm hearing it's happening to me, which initially you may have been in that vibration, especially with fourth house placement. But it is going to be shifted about and healed where you can drop that load. But you're taking far too much responsibility. I also do feel some of you at a financial level may be up in your minds about how to actually manifest situations moving forward. How am I going to be okay? Is this financial situation going to be okay? The mind is a very, it can be a battlefield. It can also be deeply psychologically traumatizing. The Capricorn energy, now we've got a lot of, we do have Pluto and Capricorn going retrograde. Pay attention to your psychology. If something's gone by the wayside and it was a huge burden and maybe even now you're dealing with it, the 12th house is where you culminate everything and you bring it together and you make peace with it. But it's a bit like getting lemon and making lemonade. And this is really the benefit you can have there with the retrograde, especially since it does for you guys link with Capricorn, your home, your finances, where you operate from, your industry, what you're doing, what's happening in the wider group as well with your first house placement. This is where some of those old ways, when you step back, you'll realise it wasn't working anyway. So this new energy, it's almost like you guys are tapping into it and you're getting this hunch, but you need to move away from the third eye and trust the heart, but it's heavy on your chest and you feel you need to make a decision. Again, I am seeing some of you it's at a financial level, some of you it's from an accommodation level or a relationship. There's several areas that are coming up for you guys that you just, you know, might have been, didn't see that, wish I'd seen that, why didn't I think of that, and unable to move forward, and it can be affecting a home area. Your outcome energy by the end of the month is growth. You are going to find a very unique way of creating abundance and getting the magic out of this situation. You do have the Magician card as your outcome during the months, but you've got to tuck into that frequency and tap into your ambition, because I really do feel in your career sector it is going to be quite unique in the way you apply it. I do feel you guys may have a lot of work to deal with, but it could just be, I don't know why I keep saying paperwork, but it's like reading the fine print, and it's always a good time. Look, we've got Venus and Gemini. It's Mercury. Whenever we have a Mercury retrograde, you know, we get confused, too much information, we're missing things. Pluto retrograde, go and have a look at that. So get into it and do what you need to do to create this mastery, because be careful what you're thinking on. When you get this energy and this energy, if you're meditating and, you know, in the mind, because I'm feeling this is more mind, head over heart, heart over head, because we've got the gemstone, heart chakra. You will manifest, but you may manifest. When you've got the ego of emotion directly linked, you get the yin and yang. And yes, in life we do get yin and yang, but you will get the higher energy of the darker as well as the light. So you don't want to be manifesting that. Step back from the problem, assess, and I feel you're going to find the solution, and I do feel the outcome's positive. Please trust yourself. I do have a really good feeling about this. Trust yourself. Now, some of you are also maybe had to make a very hard decision relating, and this can be past tense or it may be most current tense, relating into your belief system with the connection. Capricorn energy. Very much affected your mind, very much affected how you saw things, maybe came through as a lower frequency energy, you know, not leveling up. Maybe was very undecided, in, out energy. I really feel this could be the person coming back. And you're just really tired of always having to clear up. And I feel maybe 2-3 times. I'm feeling 2-3 times. Third time lucky energy. It's almost like each time you got your life back on track, there was some hurdle. And you've had to work incredibly hard. The simple things in life, now you get back to basics. You're keeping things simple. You really do. You want beautiful things, but you also want the simplicity of the way things used to be. Okay, how are they coming? How is this energy? And I will relate to couples as well. Don't want to leave you guys out. Outcome, please. Ooh, you're in the Queen of Swords energy. I'm feeling as though this is destined, but you're a bit, in general, as much as there's love here, you're looking at the physical foundation. Either A, with this person, there was a wound, or it was with another person, however this lands. But you got the Five of Pentacles, and I'm just feeling as though it almost feels like being left out in the cold energy in a previous level, you know, somebody not showing up at a spiritual level, you needing to. This person is wanting to change things about, but some of this attention is like not having time, maybe schedules not matching. It just feels with the Knight of Wands looking back, because he's looking back, I do feel they're reflecting over this. So this opposite energy who you're tuning into, there is deep reflection relating to this, and it's physically them who's doing such. I do feel they're wanting to, they're very stubborn. Very, maybe even now, they may keep their cards close to their chest, and I don't know. It almost is like a Gemini energy. It's like that they do have, which we all do have, various facets to ourselves and personality traits and things to that degree. But it's very one hat in one location in life and one hat in another. That's what I'm saying. And when triggered, very closed off, where they wouldn't actually express. You could see it on their face, but they wouldn't really, like they're on their phone, but very closed off energy, not open to conversation, communication, or negotiation. Very stubborn energy. It isn't about you. It's from where they came. And I'm seeing the house behind the gentleman on the throne. And again, I'm intuitively channeling these cards. What I'm sensing is they may have come from, either they dreamed of a very well-to-do life, or they directly came from one, but, you know, no prisoners, so to speak. Maybe didn't have the silver spoon given to them, but maybe this was their role to bring this energy in general, in their life from childhood. You know, it was almost like, and I remember looking at the placement of my zodiac signs in the houses, and, you know, some aspects in astrology will talk about what you're born into. So, and sometimes we, you know, parent energies come through in the planets. Now, because you have Leo in the 7th house, you directly attracted this individual. Now, they are theoretically strong, but they're kind of stubborn, right? But this person kind of does remind you of, and again, this usually happens, we attract one of, you know, the energy of a parent energy. So it can be a mother or father energy and something you directly learned. But that prepared you for this, and you need to look at it from a different perspective. I do feel you're standing back observing this person, and you're like, do you still have the same opinion? This person's not the same person they used to be, but you're kind of protective. You're like, oh, I don't want no drama. In your heart, you may have had something very separate, similar to this person, go down where it wasn't that great. whatever these situations were, the past has affected the harmony and the connection. You do have the Two of Cups as an outcome, but it's come sideways. So it's very dependable upon, it's like you've got your foot in one drawer and a foot in another. So this could be that you, somebody else has their eye on you. Blast from the past be happening. Okay, so you get the Five of Swords in reverse. Whatever went down in these harsh words, I feel there's regret here. I also feel as though this person is deeply regretful. I'm also feeling the way they went, they're like, okay, I'm sorry. There's a sorry here. But there is, I keep feeling two energies, and I don't know why I keep picking up on this. We'll have to come back and all comment and tell me how this relates. Because the two energies, usually, Venus retrograde, yes, people from the past can be coming back, and I have done videos separate for that. But the feeling I'm getting is there's a path you had started moving into. There's two energies, there's two people here, and I don't mean you and them, be it you coupled or single, regardless, this is what's coming through. There are two energies that are romantically interested in you. There's two potential paths. It's so funny because you've got Strength in reverse. You're going to attract the energy of your desire if you stop being the Leo in the relationship, which means, depending on what, and again, we don't get down to sex. There's always yin and yang within ourselves. Allow somebody to take 50-50. But there are two individuals here. One, you might feel, now, it's either the person directly has leveled the heck up and they've changed, but they do have a drama they're dealing with and they're tying it out, and that's their issue. You be leaving that there. You've got enough of this going on, okay? You don't need no more. You've been there, done that, held that, had the heart open. The other energy, and I'm feeling two energies, two potential roads. Choose not to move into this situation, battling. Allow the person to show up and level up, be it you're in the relationship or not. Allow this Venus retrograde cycle to show you the truth of it. Because I do feel the Strength in reverse. It's really saying, allow this to flow, sense, assess, view, because you don't need to fight. You won't need to fight for something that is truly yours. It's maturity in the energy. There is going to be a new beginning, regardless, but you have fun with that. I mean, you have two energies here. Have fun, Aquarius. What's the time? I'm going to have to pick my daughter up soon. And the next one I will do is Aries. Get on to the fire signs. Now, I will have to go collect her because of what's going on in the collective, and we have actually opened up schools over here. I'm in Perth, WA, for those of you that don't know. So now I have gone back to, like, I've got a toddler, and I don't have a toddler. I've got a step toddler, and I've got nieces and nephews. So I'm having to really fine-tune my schedule. I did give her a mask. She's like, oh, don't you love me? New guy Taurus. They'll be going through a lot of changes. Well, they'll be going through, even Sagittarius will be going through a lot of changes. I'll be fine. I've been gradually coming through some of my ascension symptoms lately, so you notice I'm really pasty. So I've been pacing myself, and I have to. Like, spiritual advisors need to pace ourselves. Oxygen mask on first, plane going down, we've got to look after ourselves. So I'm just gradually moving into it. If I've got more energy, I'll do more zodiac signs, and I will start doing them at night. But I do need an iron infusion. But I have to get my tooth right first, so I'm having to take antibiotics. Then I can get my iron infusion and I'll be back to my ADHD way, which I usually have heaps of energy, never need to sleep. So yeah, I'm like a walking, I'm pacing myself. So what else has been happening? I'm getting through this usually. I'm fine-tuning them and assessing what you guys like most. Always feel free. If you've got any random idea you want more of, hit me with that. It's been 3 years of this, hasn't it? Transits. There you go. Leos are going to be going through a lot, especially in 2020. They do need to pace themselves this year. They're having a deep soul transformation. We've got so many eclipses, it'll be hitting them each time. We've got 6 this year, so that's 6 transformations for Leo. Even though it lands in different houses, I mean, let me have a look. For Leo, the area that will be changing, I don't know why I didn't look at this way, psychologically speaking, definitely at a mental, spiritual, and manifestational level, it'll be changing. So the crown chakra is activated and the third eye. You're also going to get, let me look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Work domain is going to be shifting and changing. You've got to trust yourself though. But we'll get onto that after. That's okay, Divine Feminine. I'll get into it. Yeah, just be mindful. If you're a Leo and you're a cross watcher in the house, the eclipses will, get yourself grounded, use Tomboline, drink fluid. Don't be hard on yourself during the eclipses because it's sun and moon, right? And those houses will be changing for you. So you guys really, as I learn more, I'll try and give you a bit more. What zodiac sign are you, Jenny? Libra? Best way to keep grounded is release control. If something's irritating you, address it. Don't sweep it under the carpet. Capricorn. Okay, let me think about you. It makes sense. Your 11th house is Scorpio. Yeah. Look, this turning it into a career now more so maybe on multimedia. Where's Gemini? For Capricorn. It's your 6th house. This will be when to launch it. So if you were going to do it on social media or something to that degree, you generally find the 11th house links in. It indicates your career and your main role. Now, Scorpios are investigators. They're spiritual healers. They're very psychic. You've also got the frequency of your dreams come through your communication, what you speak. Again, public speaking, speaking about psychology. Again, it's your 3rd house. And the area of, what was the other one? Let me look. So your income will come from that. Again, it will be changing because we have the full moon in Scorpio. So out with the old, in with the new, take it. You've got all the retrogrades going. Start planning and implementing, and that's where you'll get your cha-ching-ching. But if you want a private reading and you want me to look at your aspects, or you want me to tune in psychically, depends on what the rising sign is. No horoscope is ever straight to the point. You've got your ascendant, you've got your sun, your moon, your Venus house. So it's never one zodiac sign. The personality traits, sometimes if you don't know, you can actually tune in psychically, which is what I usually do. But then I kind of correlate the two charts as well as give you a psychic reading. I tune into them individually. Okay, love and light, and I will talk to you guys later. After I finish all of these, we'll do the moon energy and then back to twin flame updates. Because I do need to become, I had a lot more to do in April because I did the Venus energies, which go for 6 to 8 weeks, shadow side either side. So I had to do those, and then I was fatigued because that was 24 videos, plus masculine, feminine updates. I have been drawn to do a feminine update soon, and I just feel as though there's an energy calling for feminines at the moment. Love and light. That's okay, doll.